అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. Today is the last day of our series of lectures on Shodasa Samskaramulu by Dr. Somanji Tangirala Visalakshi garu. We will start the session with Vande Mataram by Challa Chittibabu garu and Prarthana by Ramesh garu. Challa Chittibabu garu, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayaja Sitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayaminim pullakusumita drumadala shobhinim suhasinim sumadhura bhashinim sukhadam varadam mataram vande mataram. Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి. చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now Ramesh garu, please chant Prarthana.
Om Sarvebhyo Namo Namaha. As usual, let's start with a meditation for a minute, followed by chanting of Omkara 3 times. Then I'll recite Prarthana. Now I'll recite Omkara 3 times. गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमस्रवस्तवं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामतिर्यवतु। ॐ श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरो परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरो मां पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव। ओम सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now let us request Visalakshi garu to start the webinar, please.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయై చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. We are speaking about Vivaha Samskara, the 15th Samskara out of Shodasa Samskaras. So we spoke about Vivaha at certain points, and then Yuga Chitra Aksheka, there we stopped yesterday. So thus when the just as the Mangala Sutra is tied into the neck, so similarly that Yuga Chidra also, and then that Yoktru Bandhana, the Yoktra that is tied to the waist of the girl is also, that is to bring the girl towards the Vara, so that she is willing to cooperate to be the Dharmapatni of this particular Vara, and he accepted her and she also accepted. So that is the mutual understanding and the meaning behind those mantras. Thus, when the girl is sanctified by such holy mantras in this Vivaha Samskara, she alone is worthy to be called as Dharma Patni. So, Patyurno Dharma, Patyurno Yajna Samjne, they say, Yajna Samyoge, with the union with Yajna. Thus, these two Vara and Vathu are get united with the tie. So one who got eligibility to do yajna along with her husband is such a lawfully wedded wife. So by her only Agni Siddhi occurs. So the person also can do all Nityanaimittika and so many Srauta, Smarta, Karmas and all. So when this marriage is celebrated, the husband says with his wife, Gruhan Gacha Gruhapatni Yathaso Vashini Tvam Vidatham Avadasi. That is Avadasi, no Visarga. So you come to our house as Gruhapatni, wife of the house, and encourage to do meritorious deeds. Encourage husband, me himself. So bring all the members of the family under your control with love, respect and concern. So that is the meaning. Then Nagruham Gruhamichakuhu Gruhini Gruhamuchate, we say. Normally house means rooms made with bricks, cement, that is not the house. The Gruha Patni, Dharma Patni, those who live in that house make the house. So Gruhastha, Gruhini, they and their children, their relatives, their parents make the house. So the person who got married is called Gruhastha, Gruhastu, who we say. Gruhe Tishtati iti Gruhastaha. One who resides in the house is Gruhastha. Gruhini is one who stays in the house similarly and who maintains the house. So both of them got equal responsibilities. The Gruhastha has to earn, go out and earn. Gruhini has to stay at home, taking care of all the works concerning to maintaining the house and children, husband, relatives and all. But nowadays it is reverse. Girls are going out and boys, of course, they are doing job, but from home. So at the time of marriage, both wife and husband, they took several vows so that they will not trespass each other in dharma, artha and kama. Dharme cha arthe cha kame cha nati charami, nati charitavya. Nati charami, he says, first I will not trespass. And also he requests that even she should not trespass. So na aticharitavya, she should not cross. So whatever they do, they should do with mutual concern, we can say. Now another most important event in the marriage is Kanya Dana, offering Kanya to Vara. So they see for this also at the time of Kanya Dana, while taking the Sankalpa, they seek the blessings of all the gods, the parents of both Vara and Vatu, and including them. All of them, they pray gods, and even priests also recite so many holy mantras, that is praising gods. And all these people pray for the blessings. So many are there, one or two I will tell. Brahma Veda Patihi, Shiva Pasupatihi, Suryo Grahanam Patihi, Shekro Devapatir Havir Kutapatihi, Skandhascha Senapatihi, Vishnu Yajnapatir Yamaha Pitrupatihi, Shaktihi Patinam Patihi. Shakti means Kumara Swami. Sarve te patayaha Sumeru Sahitaha Kurvantuo Mangalam. Thus they invoke so many, all 33 gods in several slokas. Later they do Dasha Danas, the parents. They do Tyage Naiken Amritatvamanas, who says our Upanishad. So in all our rituals, donation, charity, that is Dana, it takes very important role. Those who do any Daivakarya or Supakaryas certainly donate money and other dravyas, sometimes Shodasa danas, then sometimes Dwadasa danas, sometimes Dasa danas. So like that, dana should be done. Then Hiranyagarbha Sambhutam Savarnam cha Anguliyakam Sarvapradam Prayachami Prinatu Kamalapatihi. For the pleasure of Sri Mahavishnu, they donate gold ring or something, they donate to a Brahmin, worthy person. Yajna Sadhana Putaya Vishwasya Akhavokha Nashini, Vishwasya Akhavokha Nashini, Vishwarupa Tharu Devaha Priyatam Anaya Gava. Okha means Papa, sin. So Gomata, the cow, is Yajna Sadhana. She is the means for providing all Panchagavyas needed for performing yaga. So due to her only, anyone can do any yaga. Or even Abhishekas also, Abhisheka Puja, etc. we do. So the Panchagavyas we use in yajnas are being obtained from the cow only. So she is the samsara papa nasini. She destroys, removes the sin of this world by Godana. The god of Vishwarupa is pleased. Sarvesham Asraya Devi Varahena Samudhrita Ananta Sasya Phalada Ata Shantim Prayachame. So Pudana, Earth Mom, Pusukta is there in our, Gosukta is there, Pusukta is there in Rigveda. So the earth is the substratum and solace to all living beings. Unless earth is there, where can we stand, sit and all? So Mother Earth yields endless crops and she feeds us, all living beings. She is uplifted by Lord Sriman Narayana in the incarnation of Varaha Avatara. So by donating such a pious and powerful land, a part of land, Bhumata, people get tranquility, peace of mind and happiness. Even Maharshis, whatever they earn, they donate. Even kings, they donate lands and jagirdars, we say proper earth, parts of earth. Even Parasurama, he earned a lot of earth and completely donated that. Thus, with such sankalpas, rice, wheat, salt, ghee, then sesame seeds, navadhanyas, clothes, etc., so many objects, they all are to be donated to worthy persons. For all these donations, mantras are there. I only recited only 2 or 3. In the process of Vivaha Karyakrama, the wife and husband, they performed several yajnas. Donation means dana. Here, danas are different. Normally, even we say any beggar if comes and asks for something, then also we give something. Even that can be called as dana. The beggar who comes to a rich person, suppose the person is, the rich man is standing on the terrace of his big palace, whereas this beggar, the poor person, is on the earth, ground, asking for something. So he says, it is in fact the duty of each and every individual to give something out of which they possess, something to others, those who are in need of that. Beggar is not any, he is asking means he is not to be humiliated or is not to be insulted or treated as a low person. So he says, adatva madrusho mapu datva tvam twadrusho bhava. Donate something to me and be like you who are in the position of giving something to others. Do not say, by not giving anything, don't be like me who am in the position of asking. Adatva madrushaha mapu. You do not become like me. Datva, having given, after giving something, tvam twadrusho bhava. Be like you only. So that is the greatness. When we give anything, then only we can gain anything. So in the process of Vivaha Samskara Karyakrama, again, the wife and husband, they perform several yajnas. The power of mantras recited at that time, they create holiness and protection. They pray Garhapatya Agni to bless the Vathu with Dirgha Saumangalya. Longevity should be given to her husband. After the marriage, the wife always prays for the protection of her Mangalya. Mangalya only, and safety, health, and well-being and longevity of her husband only. So the fire god also blesses her to get worthy children. The couple pray and aspire Juloka. They pray for Vayudeva. They pray Vayudeva, Ashwini Devatas to protect their children. Children who are going to come into their family. So then they perform Lajala Homa. In Lajala Homa, the wife and husband pray God with the Veda mantras to bless them to live long with mutual love and understanding and endurance and happiness. So later, Vara, the bridegroom, expresses his mind regarding what she should do for him and how she should behave with him. So thus he expresses his desires and she accepts it for all, what all he wants. She says, okay, I will be like that. Similarly, the wife also expresses her wishes as to how her husband should behave with her. And he also accepts for that. So thus both their wishes are as per Dharma Shastra only. They should not ask any other adharmika wishes. So as per Shastra, the wishes should be. So they both express their will that even she should, both of them should become Adarsha, ideal to all others. So they want to follow the footprints of ideal couple. Those who are Devata Dampatis, then Rishi Dampatis, Manava Dampatis, whoever are very ideal for Dampatya Dharma, for wife and husband, them they pray and also they want to be like that. So they say this is the, in fact, it is the greatness of our Sanatana Dharma. In no other Samskruti, it is like that. We say the bridegroom says to the bride, Rakhavendre yatha Sita, Vinata Kashype yatha Pavakecha yatha Swaha, Tatha Tvam Mayi Bhartari, Sudakshina Dilipecha, Vasudevecha Devaki, Lopamudra yatha Agasye, Tatha Tvam Mayi Bhartari, Atro yatha Anasuyacha, Jamadagnau cha Renuka, Sri Krishna Rukmini Yadvat, Tatha Tvam Mayi Bhartari. Even so many other mantras are like this, mentioning the Dampatis. Thus he mentions still so many Dampatis and wants that his wife also to be like that, and she agrees for that. That is, just as Sita Mata behaved with Rama, you must behave with me. Just as Vinata behaved with Kashyapa, Swaha Devi followed Agni Deva. Like that, all Sudakshina followed Dilipa, Devaki Devi followed Vasudeva, Lopamudra Devi followed Agastya Maharshi. Like that, so many. And she accepts to for all these conditions. Then next most important event is Saptapadi. Even our courts also recognize that Hindu marriages should be done on the base of Saptapadi. Otherwise, they are not to be Hindu. Hindu marriage system has come, Chattamu we say. They are not to be considered as marriage. So, Sakha Saptapada Bhava, says the Shastra. One becomes a friend to another person if he talks either 7 words or if both of them walk 7 steps together. So we should understand what sort of sublimity is there. Sublime prayers and wishes are there in Saptapadi. For keeping each and every foot, they keep 7 steps. For each step, one desire. The Vara desires one desire, she accepts. And Vathu desires and Vara accepts. So that is Saptapadi. That is making a sort of agreement. These both of them are making mutual understanding. Even the legal agreements can be broken, but these agreements made in front of gods can never be broken. So to say that our relationship is of 7 births, the Vara and Vathu walk 7 steps. Vara wishes 7 wishes, Vathu accepts, and vice versa. So the mantras are like this. Vara says, Om Ekamishe Vishnustva Nayatu, Om Dve Urje Vishnustva Nayatu, Om Trini Rayas Poshaya Vishnustva Nayatu, Om Chatvari Mayo Bhavaya Vishnustva Nayatu, Om Pancha Pashupyo Vishnustva Nayatu, Om Shad Ritupyo Vishnustva Nayatu, Om Sakhe Saptapada Bhava, Sa Mam Anuvrata Bhava, Vishnustva Nayatu. The bridegroom asks his bride to keep 7 steps and recite these mantras, praying Sriman Narayana to make her those steps fulfilling his 7 desires. Vishnuhu Tvam Nayatu. Let God Vishnu lead you. That is, God Vishnu should give strength to her to follow the 7 desires wished by Vara. So may God Vishnu lead the foot. Annalapa, and first step they are keeping is for getting enough food throughout the life. Annalapa. And getting Aishwarya. For that also she should cooperate, and God's blessing is very much needed. That is why both of them, they are praying Lord Sriman Narayana, who is Stitikaraka. Now, second step, they are praying for physical and mental strength. Third step, for getting strength to practice Pancha Maha Yajnas. Unless they perform, they cannot be. Pancha Runas are to be cleared out. And Nityanaimittika karmas also. Then fourth step, for enjoying Saukya and wealth, mutual happy married life. Fifth step, they are keeping for getting Pasu Sampada and servants. In those days, Pasu Sampada, no properties, Aishwarya, glory and all. Sixth step is for Dharma Rakshana and serve the Rutviks in all 6 seasons, throughout the year, throughout life, and get happiness in all 6 seasons. Now, seventh step is for safeguarding Gruhasthasrama dharmas and spiritual thinking. She should put 7 steps. So, bride also, while keeping each step, tells what she wants from him and others of the family. So, she says, Dhanam dhanyam cha mishtanam vyanjanadyam cha yad bruhe madathinam cha kartavyam Vathu radye pade vadet kutumbam rakshayishyami sada te manjupashini dukhe dhira sukhe khrushta dvitiye sa abravid vachaha patibhakti rata nityam kridishyami tvaya saka tvadanyam nanaram mamsye tritiyena abravididam lalayami cha keshantam Ganthamalyanulepanai Kanchanair Pushanai Tupyam Turiye sa pade vadet Arte Arta Pavishyami Sukha Dukha Vipagini Tavajnam Palayishyami Panchame sa pade Bravit pade vadet Yegne Home cha Danadav Pavishyami Tvaya saha Dharmartha Kama Karyeshu Vathuhu Shashta pade vadet Atramshe Sakshino Devaha Manobhava Prabodhinaha Vachanam na karishyami saptame sa pade vadet. So she says that Thana, Thanya, Vyanjanas, all ingredients needed for a kitchen, for cooking and all should be under her control. Because the moment she steps in, she will start taking in charge of kitchen, cooking the items and feeding all the family members. She says she will speak pleasingly. She will take care of the family, all family members. She will stand very firm in hardships and she will be pleased at pleasant situations, happy conditions. She will walk following her husband as Pativrata. She will never think of Parapurusha other than her husband, even in dream. She will wear flowers, ornaments, sandal paste, etc. and amuse her husband. She will share sukha dukkhas along with him, her husband only, and obeys his commands. She will accompany him in yajna karyas, dana karyas, then dharmartha kama karyas, all karmas. She said all the gods are witness of all these her words. They are the witness of my words. I will keep up my words, my promises. I will not deceive you at any time. These are the promises she did to Vara. All these are the votes the Vathu takes and tells at each step of Saptapadi. With such pious powers, when both of them want to lead whole life, then how can they become separated by divorces? As here and there now people are following this foreign tradition, so these divorces are coming, but they are not there in our Sanatana Dharma. So because they are becoming one with such mutual promises, mutual understanding, her gotra changes to his gotra. So thus she becomes, now onwards she is the property, one part of his family. So this is the parakasta of Grihasthasrama Svikara, we can say, marriage ceremony, and starting of Dampatya Dharma. So by this the Vivaka Bantha becomes very strong. After this Saptapadi Gamana, the bridegroom blesses the bride who bows down to the feet of him. Now next the priest shows the Dhruva Nakshetra to the bridegroom. The Vara puts his hand over the right shoulder of Vathu and shows her that Dhruva Nakshatra and says that even our marital bond should be as strong and exist forever like Dhruva Nakshatra, and says like this: Om Mama Vrate Te Hrudayam Dathami. Te Hrudayam Dathasi. It should be Mama Chittam Anuchittam Te Astu. Mama Vachamekam Anajushasva. Prajapatisva Niyunattu Makyam. So you keep your heart in my heart, keep your mind in my mind, Chitta. Make your mind my mind. That is, the idea should be equal. Whatever he says, she should accept. That is keeping the mind in mind. And when they are in really mutual love, automatically whatever thoughts come into his mind, she gets, and whatever idea she gets, automatically the same will come in his mind. We are seeing in our daily life at several times. And you do my words, you follow my words. Then God's preceptor Bruhaspati may instigate you to please me by your thought, words, and deeds. So thus they are praying gods, that is Brahmadeva. While reciting these mantras, he touches the heart of her so that his heart enters into her heart and her heart enters into his heart. That is symbolical. So both the hearts and minds should become one by these mantras. Again, he should recite this mantra while seeing her into her face. Om Sumangaliriyam Vathurimam Sameta Pashyata Saubhagyam Asmai Dattva Yathastam Viparetana. This Vathu is very auspicious, holy, Mangala Swarupini. I may obtain all my auspicious desires along with her. Then he keeps her on his left thigh, makes her sit on his lap with love and care and concern. Happily seated on her husband's lap, left thigh, she recites 7 mantras, mantra slokas, and takes oath. Now she is taking oaths again. Tirtha Vratodhyapana Yajnadanam Maya Sahatvam Yedi Kim na Kuryaka. Vamanga Mayami Tada Twadiyam Jagada Vakyam Prathamam Kumari. Havya Pradanair Amaran Pitrunsta Kavya Pradanair Yedi Puja Yetha. Vamanga Mayami Tada Twadiyam Jagada Kanya Vachanam Dvitiyam. Kutumba Raksha Bharane Yeditvam Kuryaha Pasunam Paripalanam Cha. Vamangamayami tada twadiyam jagada kanya vachanam trutiyam. So thus all 7 slokas are there. So while doing all righteous deeds like tirtha, vrata udjapana, or any vratas or any dharmika karyakramas, yajna, dana, tapa, homa, etc., I will come to your left side and participate along with you while offering havyas to gods and kravyas to Pitru Devatas in Agnihotra. I will be by your left side. I will be on your left side and give support to you in doing the works of maintaining the family, taking care of animals, cattle, etc. Even the servants of the family. Thus, several oaths she takes. They are all mentioned, but I gave only 2, 3. Where she would stand by his side, giving full support to him. Thus, when once they promised, how can they trespass them? They cannot, but they are trespassing because they do not know that they did all these promises. That is the problem. That is why even before marriage, the youth should be educated with all these points. The promises they are making in front of Agni and all other gods, parents, relatives and all. So the Vara is very much pleased by the pleasing words of Vathu. So he says, now he said again to her, Madiya chittanugatam cha chittam sada madagnya paripalanam cha pativrata dharma parayana tvam kuryat sada sarvamimam prayatnam. So you always be interested in Pativratya dharma only Be your mind fixed on me. Obey my feelings, my words. Have interest in doing the actions befitting to my oaths and keep up your oath. So with these words, he keeps Sindura at the papita. So then onwards, the married girls keep Sindura at the papita, at the parting part of the hair, starting place of parting the hair. So on the forehead, when the Sindura is seen, people understand that she is the married girl. So they see her with respect. So then onwards, she should keep Sindura. Then Vara follows Ekapatni Vrata and Vathu should behave with Pativratya. These are the bindings. As a part of marriage, Vara shows Arundhati Nakshatra to Vathu. The couple think of Arundhati, Vasishta, Adarsha Dampatis and bow down to them. In our tradition, every newly wedded couple would be asked to see Arundhati Mata, Arundhati star specially, particularly, and bow down and do salutations to her. Though in our Sanatana Dharma, innumerable Pativratas are there, and so many Saptarshi Dampatis, not only Saptarshi, thousands of Maharshi Dampatis, all of them are ideal. All gods Dampatis are ideal. Manava Dampatis, Sita Mata and Sri Ramachandra are ideal. So even though so many are there, especially at the time of marriage, they show, the priest shows only Arundhati Nakshatra and asks this couple to bow down to her. Why? Because there is a speciality in her. The greatness, no other matas are seen near the stars of Saptarshi Mandala or any other stars of the galaxy. But Arundhati Mata is seen by the side of her husband, even at Saptarshi Nakshatra Mandala. That is the tying bondage in between Arundhati Mata and Vasishta Maharshi, because she cannot bear the separation of her husband even for a fraction of a second. So when he went into the sky in the form of star, even she became a star and stood by his side. So that is when never she leaves the company of her husband. Similarly, the Vathu should always accompany her husband. She should never leave his company even for a second. To grasp this message, they asked the couple to see Arundhati Nakshatra and bow down. So thus our Vaidika marriage sacrament is endowed with such several deep meaning, deep inner meanings and also secrets. With such samskaras and mantras, they purify the Vara and Vathu, both of them, and mostly Vathu. In marriage, they purify with such powerful mantras. They purify both of them, of course. And it is she who has to keep up the dynasty by getting children, and also she should keep up the happiness of the family members of that husband. So, and keep up the prestige of the family. So she is more purified and she needs it. And she is instructed very much. Unless she obeys to all these points, the purpose of marriage will not be fulfilled at all. If she is a fighting type, then all these will be destroyed. So many items of social security and well-being of mankind are hidden in all the samskaras given to us by our Maharshis, all Shodasa samskaras. There are so many scientific, spiritual, and health-related and social inner meanings among several events of marriage. Now, before marriage only, the youth should know what marriage means, what sort of bondage is this, what promises they are doing, how should they lead their lives after marriage, after getting children, what are their responsibilities, what are the responsibilities of her especially in keeping the home happy with her behavior and feelings. That happiness is lacking in some families due to the wonderful behavior and thinking nature of the girls who are stepping in in-laws' houses. Nowadays, they do not want the in-laws to be at home. Suppose they have to be in the house, they will be as if put in a jail like that. In one room, they will be tied, and even husband cannot raise the mouth, and she dominates. And thus, pathetic condition will be given to the elderly in-laws, the mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother and father of the Vara. So the most important event among the incidents of this Vara is to keep the Jira Jagari paste, which is very important, important event. They keep the Vara and Vathu, they keep mutually the Jira Jagari paste, which is kept on a betel leaf over the heads on the Madu at the Sahasrara Chakra place. So exactly on that Sukha Muhurta, the priest makes both of them to keep this paste on the heads mutually. At that time, at least for 5 minutes or even for 10 minutes, they should see into their own eyes. The Vara should see into the eyes of Vathu. Vathu should see into the eyes of Vara only. They should not see hither, thither and all for giving poses for cameras. Nowadays, even at that time, these camera people will not leave them to be alone and to be attractive and happy, which paves the way to lead the whole life very happily. If they see into each other's eyes at that time when this Jira Jagari paste is kept, if because that attraction comes into them, if they see at the cameraman or any relatives or friends, the attraction turns towards them. Such magical power is there in the mantras the priest is reciting and also in the paste of Jira Jagari. So thus when Jira Jagari paste is kept on Brahmarantha Sana of Vara and Vathu, the magnetic power flows from the eyes into the eyes whom they see. Whomever they see, automatically that magnetic attractive power, Akarshana Shakti, we say, that passes. So if the wife sees husband and husband sees wife, then into them only that flow of attraction flows and they develop mutual love. They get attracted towards both each of them and they develop happiness and mutual love, understanding and enduring power. Then onwards, they start thinking that she is mine, he is mine. That I, mine feeling develops and leaving the I. So later they become very strong so that they become physically, mentally, spiritually inseparable, just as once when this jeera is made into powder and that is mixed with the jaggery, which is also grinded, once when it is made as one paste, it can never be separated. Again, we cannot make jaggery and jeera separate. Thus, this mixture got a very wonderful magnetic power develops into it by mixing, by grinding that. So, by keeping, just as you know, the mustard seeds, when we grind, as much as we grind, that dhatu we say, that develops. So, similarly, even this by grinding, that magnetic power emanates, that comes into it. So by keeping this paste on Sahasrara chakra, that chakra gets opened and both by the very touch of sparsha of this, the hand of the Vara and Vathu also. So Jira Jagari paste and the sparsha, because we got so many chakras in our body and there are chakras. Here also a very beautiful big chakra is there and several chakras are there on all the tip of the fingers. So by keeping that like this chakra activates. So the chakra on the palm gets activated by the very touch of it and by the magnetic power of Jira Jagari paste, the attraction flows from Sahasrara Chakra, it flows into the whole body, and through eyes, it goes into the other person whom he or she sees. So that is why they say continuously they must see mutually at that time. So the love which originated in their hearts at that time gets transmitted through the eyes, and they become one with the bond of love and responsibility. This is the most scientific secret behind our marriage ceremony. So by keeping this Jira Jagari paste, we consider that the marriage is done, it is performed. Yet they make Vara to tie the Mangala Sutra over the neck of Vathu, which is also having great significance. That is Mangala Sutra Dharana, we say. That is tying the auspicious thread in which the forms of Navatantus are there, 9 threads, and Navadurgas, Durga Mata, Mangala Gauri Devi, 9 forms are existing there. So they reside in those threads and give Mangalya to her. So by giving longevity and protection to her husband. Now the Vara ties Mangala Sutra on the neck of Vathu and puts 3 knots. Then these 3 knots are considered as Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. The Mangala Sutra got 9 threads and Navatantus. They got 9 divine powers, Navadurgas, we said. Then they protect this Vara and Vathu as long as the Mangala Sutra stays on her neck, on her heart. So later, both of them, Vara, Vathu, this Vara only, he, after tying, putting 3 knots, he worships those 3 knots with Kunkuma, Chandana, Haldi, Pasupu and all. So, after all, of course, after this, later on, both the Vara and Vathu, they pour Talambralu. Talambralu is also, it is considered as Veduka. Even then, with the mantras only 3 times, with the wishes, desires, they pour. That the priest makes them pour the Talambralu, chanting the mantras, keeping the, even though it is considered as entertainment, yet there is Achyatmikata and desire for happy, full life is hidden in it. So by Talambralu, they seek the blessings of gods, Chandra Deva, then Mangala Gauri Devi, and all other gods, Sriman Narayana and all. So first time when they pour those Talambralu, actually a priest makes taking the milk, he just touches the palm, both the palms, the hand, Anjali we say. Anjali of this bride, and pours Talambralu and make her pour on the in the palm of Vara, and Varas also would be touched with the milk, of course, and does. And then after pouring again, he pours into her hands, and her hand should be kept over the hands of Vara. Thus they have to keep, and keeping that kalasha, jala kalasha, on her hand, priest recites the mantras. Those mantras got the power. So with those mantras, they should pour on each other with utmost shraddha, that they should fall on the head, middle of the head, and fall down. So first Vara, and that is the desire they are asking is, Vara says to Vathu, Praja me kamaha samruchyatam. I wish good children for us. Prajaye gruhamedana. First desire of marriage is to get progeny. Second time he wishes, Pashavu me kamaha samruchyatam. That is our cattle, property, prosperity should grow. Third time he wishes, Yajno me kamaha samruchyatam. The yajnas I perform should increase, and you should cooperate with me in doing yajnas, all these 3 desires, fulfilling the 3 desires. Later, they pour Talambralu, happily enjoying with mind and heart, and all relatives also take part. Now, in our sampradaya of this marriage, it is called as Pani Grahanam. actually marriage itself is called as Panigrahanam, but Panigrahanam is also one of the events. So the Vara holds the hand of Vadhu. So that is called as Panigrahana, right hand of Vadhu. So the Vadhu is considered as married when Vara holds the hand of Vadhu. So that is why in our Sampradaya, we never even touch the hand of any other Parapurusha, except mother, father, brothers. No other person, male person is never being touched by our girls. But nowadays they are giving shake hands to each and everyone. That is against our tradition. So for the first time, the husband should hold the hand of his wife. So thus it is called as Panigrahana. So with the mantras only, even this is done. So athayenam uttaraya dakshine haste grihitva agnimapya aniya. So like that the mantras are there. So thus he holds the hand of Vadhu and both of them he makes her come to do Prathana Homa. So both of them come to that Agni Kunda once again. So this is called Panigrahana. Janaka Maharaja, at the time of offering Sita Mata's hand to Sri Ramachandra in the marriage, he said, Iyam Sita Mama Suta Chayevanu Tava Praticha Chainam Padramte. Iyam Sita Mama Suta Sahatharmachari Tava Chayevanu also he says, then Praticha Chainam Padramte Panim Grupnishva Panina. So she will be following like your shadow. So you accept and take her hand into your hands and do marriage. So Panigrahana itself is doing marriage. So the priests of both Vara and Vadhu, they recite the Pravara of both the Gotras. So at that time of Kanyadana, bride's father washes the feet of Vara, considering him to be Lakshmi Narayana Swarupa Vara, and worships with the mantras as Om Sri Lakshmi Narayana Swarupa Varaya Idam Asanam, Idam Arkyam, Idam Pajam, like that he washes the feet and all. Then that water he sprinkles over his head, his wife's head. Namo Swanantaya Sahasramurtaye Sahasra Padakshi Siroru Bhakave Sahasra Namne Purushaya Shaswate Sahasra Koti Yugatharine Namaka. So while offering ahutis in yajna, we say Agnaye Idam Namama, Indraya Idam Namama, Varunaya Idam Namama, like that. But while doing any danas, of course, we say similarly. But while doing Kanyadana, the father offers his daughter's hand to Vara, but he never says Namama. Because even after marriage, she is their daughter only. She is just given for Praja Yajna Sampatyartham, to getting progeny for doing as Dharmapatni, she is given to him, that's all. So at the time of Kanyadana, they say several slokas, and important slokas are Kanyam Kanaka Sampannam Kanaka Paranair Yutam Dasyami Vishnave Tupyam Brahmaloka Jigeshaya. With the desire of getting Brahmaloka, I am giving dana of my daughter to you, who are the form of Vishnu. I am giving not to a human being. I am offering my daughter, who is like goddess Lakshmi, to Vara like Vishnumurti. So Kanye Mama Agrato Puya Kanye me Deva Kanya me Devi Parshvayo. Kanya Mama Agrata Puya Kanya me Devi Parshvayo Kanya me Sarvato Puya. Taddanat moksham. By this dana, I will get moksha. Vishwam Faraha Sarvaputa Sarvaputaha Sakshinyaha Sarvadevataha. Imam Kanyam Pradasyami Pitrunam Taranaya Vai. Then Kanyam Salankrutam Satvim Sushila Sadhu Dhimate. Sushilam Sadhu Dhimate. Then prayatoham prayachami dharma karyartha siddhaye. So by doing Kanyadana, the data gets moksha. They want to do Kanyadana with the desire of getting Brahmaloka. And also they say Dasa Purvesham, Dasa Aparesham, and including his 21 taras would get moksha, would go to higher levels, Swargadi Lokas by Kanyadana. So after this marriage is over, the priest ties the Uttariya of Vara and the Pallu of this, the sari of this Vadhu with a knot that is called as Brahma Mudi, Brahma Granthi. So it is called as the knot of Brahma Mudi, we say. The knot of Brahma Deva. Tato Vathuvara Chelancalayo Suvarna Phala Sahitam Uttarena Anuvakena Brahma Granthin Gratnami Yoga Kshemasya Klaptyei. So for the safety of Vara and Vathu, they make them Mithuna. So then onwards, they became Dampati. Mithuna means both. To make them Santanavanta, for bringing Patnitva with the wish that both should together perform yajnas and all. So thus with so many Supakamanas, the priest tells the mantras, Yovaitam Brahmano Veda Amruten Amrutam Purim Tasmai Brahmacha Brahmacha Ayu Kirtim Prajam Daduhu Brahma Granthi Muhurta Sumuhurtostu. Like that with these mantras, he puts the knot. That knot remains till she enters into her mother-in-law's house. So another important event in the marriage is Lajala Homa. While reciting the mantras, Vathu is asked to press the Sannikallu Rai, the stone we say. Atishtenam Ashmenam Ashmenatvam Stira Bhava Abhitishta Prutanyata Sahasva Prutanayataka. Vara and Vathu take a decision that they also will be as strong as that of this Ashma, the stone, a very big stone. So whatever incidents occur in their lives, they should be very firm and endure. So in Lajal Homa, bride's brother also takes part. Then Vara gives him cloths and honors him with Chandana Tambula and all. Then Vara keeps Pelalu, that is the fried rice, into the hands of his wife. She goes round the fire and offers them into Agnihotra as Havis. So wishing the long life of her husband, she must put. So wife and husband perform Homa, this Lajala Homa, and pray Aryama, Surya Bhagavan through Agnideva. Both Vadhuvaras take hands full of water and offer Arghyas to Saptarshis. All Arghya Pradhanas they do to all the Sapta Maharshis along with their wives, especially Arundhati Mata and Vasishta with mantras. Kashyaputri Bharadvajo Vishwamitrotha Gautamaka Vasishto Jamadagnischa Saptaite Rishayas Tatha Patni Sakita Sapta Rishibhyo Namo Namaha Idamarkyam Samarpayami Arundhati Mahadevi Vasishta Priyapamini Dampatyuh Rakshanarthaya Idamarkyam Dadamyakam Arundhati Devye Namaha Idamarkyam Samarpayami, like that they offer. Then Stali Paka or Stali Pakvam is another most important event in the marriage. In Stali Paka, the Vadhu cooks rice for the first time after her marriage is completed. And both wife and husband perform Homa and offer this rice and with ghee into that fire god and through fire god to all the gods. This makes it clear that the Vadhu, as soon as the marriage is celebrated, started to cooperate her husband in doing Daiva Karyas and Yajna Karyas. Some people say unknowingly that this is for the last time the girl is cooking at mother's place. No, it's not that. It is starting of Gruhastha Dharma in cooperating her husband in Yajna Karyas. Another important event is Nagavalli, Sadasyam, and so many incidents are there. In Nagavalli, Vara puts silver rings to the second finger of both the feet and also puts the black beads chain into her neck, over her neck. Nalla Pusala Danda, as we say. So those black beads should be put into the thread by unmarried girls, Kanyamutedulu, we say. The silver rings of feet stimulate the nervous system there, the nerves there, by which her uterus will be protected. Her mind also gets peace and becomes cool and pleasant, and she could control her feelings and gets dignified behavior. By wearing the chain of black beads, she will be protected from evil sight, drishti dosha, nara dosha. So black beads remove the defects of serpents also, sarpa dosha. And black color is the favorite color of Shani Devata. So by wearing them, she will never have any Shani doshas also. So in marriage celebration, they make Vara and Vathu play a sort of spectacle or show, we say, called as Parvati Parameshwara Sallapa, Prathan Anguliyaka Veduka, we say. The priest tells Vara and Vathu that he will drop a gold ring into a big container which is full of water, and he asks them to, he says some words, and then he puts both the hands at the same time and asks them to get the gold ring. Whoever takes the gold ring first, his words the other person, life partner, listens. That is just, of course, a sort of, this is for then when both of them keep the hands, they touch mutually. That sparsha makes them become intimate. So it is to make them come near, because till that time they are new persons. So to create a sort of intimacy between them, these sort of Vedukas are being performed. Now in the Vivaha Mahotsava, sprinkling of Vasanta, then handing over the Vathu to Vara and his family members, and prior to that, Vara and Vathu give Dampati Tambulas and Bomma Appagintalu, we say that doll is being handed over. Like that, they celebrate so many. These are all very good auspicious incidents. Then Dampati Tambulas, they give both Vara and Vathu, they give Tambulas to Dampatis, for, that is wife and husband, both of them, and get their blessings. So the blessings give strength to them. So the most important events of Vivaha Kratu are in fact the Snatakotsava for the Vara and Gauri Puja for Vathu. The male marriage people celebrate Snataka and then marriage takes place. In Snatakotsava, Vara takes permission from his parents to go to Kashi and study further. He says, Aham Kashim Gamishyami. Then the bride's brother comes there and requests that he should marry his sister and become a Gruhastha. The Brahmachari accepts. This is a sort of Vedika. The Vathu will be given Gauri mantra by the priest without Bijaksharas. She worships Mangala Gauri Devi while chanting that mantra and worshipping with Kunkuma Archana she does. The longevity of her husband depends upon her this Gauri mantra japa and puja she does at the time of before the marriage. So at least at that time, nobody should disturb her. She should concentrate her mind and heart on that mantra and Gauri Mata, wishing wholeheartedly the long life of her husband. She must do Gauri Puja. Then as the last event of marriage, the bride will be handed over to her husband and all family members, mother-in-law, father-in-law, and all, Adavadchilu, we say, and all. Ashtavarsha bhavet kanya putravat palita maya idanim tavadasyami dattam snehena palaya. That is how Vathu's father tells to each and everyone and hands over. They accept for that. Then the mother of Vathu keeps rice, green gram, pesalu, and a root of kanda pilaka, we say, a variety of vegetable, in the upper garment of Vathu, and puts a knot, and that would be tied to the waist of Vathu while sending her to her in-laws' house. Now rice is for peace of mind, green grams for coolness, and this Kanda Pilaka indicates that her dynasty should develop and grow. just as one Kandapilaka is enough, it gives birth to innumerable such sprouts. So behind all the events of marriage, Vivaha, Samskara, there are several scientific reasons and well-being of entire mankind, all human beings. Vivaha is a kratu, it is an yajna. It is not a very pious activity, not just a Veduka. In fact, all people are aware of the procedure of marriage and all the events, but antararthas of very important events, at least the meanings of mantras, they should be known. There are still more yet, as far as possible, just I said, and so many other points also are there. So I will now just mention what all are the events, only because we know all these. In fact, in the marriage sequence, sequence wise, I will just give the gist, and then we can stop it here after that. So it is said, Kanya varayate rupam mata vittam pita shrutam bandhava kulamichanti mrishtannamitare janaka. Now the events of marriage in sequence are the sankalpa to do the marriage of girl and boy, Kanya Varana, searching for a bride, keeping sumuhurtas for Nishaya Tambulas and for Vivaha also, to get Lagna Patrika written by Daivajna, both the parties to sit together in the presence of Machavartis and discuss about the procedure of marriage, because the Varas procedure, traditional customs should be followed by Vathus. So at the marriage, then after fixing the date of marriage, whitewashing of the house, decorating the house with Muggulu, we say, to take Nishaya Tambulas, then another to worship Vinayaka Ganapati, to do Mudupu, we tie Mudupu, we say, to start the works of marriage, to bring turmeric and kunkuma first to the house. The first thing after worshipping Ganapati and keeping Mudupu, first work is bringing Pasupu and Kunkuma and turmeric to the house. First work that should be done, then only any works can be done. Then printing of wedding cards, the works to be done immediately are inviting gods, giving this invitation card, wedding card. So we should invite the gods, Kula Devatas, Ishta Devatas. Normally we go to a temple, give that wedding card and ask the priest to worship and bless us and all. So then we take all the cards, return back to start inviting our relatives and friends. First card should always be given to Dampatis only, who are elderly people of their family, not only their relatives. So to do Mangala Snanas and to make the girl and boy ready for the marriage, to do Peliguduku Peliguturu, we say. So then Pasupu Danchuta, we say, we grind turmeric roots in front of both Vara and Vatu. So now on the marriage day, to do Mangala Snana, to do as bride and bridegroom, Peliguturu Peliguduku, to arrange for Vididi, for bridegroom's party. Then Yedurkolu is there. After that arrangement of breakfast, then the priest should start the events with Vinayaka Puja by both the parties, Vara and Vatu. Then Raksha Bandhana he must do. Then Nandi Devata Puja, Pitru Devata Puja. Then Samavartana or Snatakotsava, Kashi Yatra. Then Kanya Varana, Sadasya or Vara Puja, to read Lagna Patrika and inviting for marriage, both the mutually for both the parties they do. Then Panakapu Bindelu, we say they distribute this Panakam. Then priest makes the parents of both the parties to do Ganapati Puja, Vinayaka Puja again. Then to advise Gauri Mantra to Vatu and make her worship Gauri Mata, Gauri Puja. Then Gotra Pravara Patana, while Gauri Puja is being done by her, both the parties, people, they come, elders come there, both the priests come there and do recite Pravara, Gotra Pravara of both Vara and Vatu. Then Uttara Janchas and Patu should be given by mother-in-law and father-in-law to Vara. Then Vara Puja, they do Vara Puja as Sriman Narayana. Then Madhuparka. Madhuparka means actually cow ghee, cow milk, cow curd. Dathi with honey should be given to Vara to take it inside, which gives luster, strength, longevity, and enduring power. Then Madhuparkas are also the white pure cloths with some border. So Kanyadana should be done later on with Madhuparkas, Kanyadana. Then Lagnastaka Patana, Terasella we say Adutera. Then Sumuhurta, Churnika. Then Vathuvara Samikshanam with this Churnika. Samikshanam is seeing mutually. Then Yugachidra Apisheka. Then Madhuparka Vastras coming with Jyotis. Then Mangalasutra Dharana. Yoktra Dharana. Then Akshataropana Talambralu. Then Pushpamala Dharana. Both of them should mutually put garlands, Karpura Mala, Chandana Mala, Pushpamala, like that. Then Brahmamudi. Afterwards, Raksha Bandhana. Then Panigrahana, Prathana Homas, Saptapadi, Sannikallurai, the stone. Then Lajala Homa, Nagavalli. Then Dhruvanakshatra Darshana, Arunthati Nakshatra Darshana, Arkhya Pradana, Stali Paka. Then Sadasyam, Veda Patanam, Mahadasir Vachanam, Sesha Homa, they have to do then. Then Palaharavalapu Pallalu, we say, that is the plates, 5 varieties, mostly the 3 or 5 varieties of sweets and hot would be given by Vathu's mother to Vara's Madhu and daughters, so that they can distribute them after marriage to all their relatives, whoever either could not come or nearby near relatives. So because this is the marriage, they expect something to eat something. So that has become a sort of custom. Then after that, Alakapanku, we say, especially in our Andhras, the Vara, he behaves as if he got angry. Then Vathu's father comes there and gives him something, and his anger would be removed. This is a sort of Vedka, so that he should never exhibit any sort of anger on any members of the family of Vathu. Then Nakabali, we say, Kotnalu, we call it. Then after that, marriage feast, Pelli Bojanalu. Then Bujam Bantulu, we say in our Telugu, that is playing with flower ball. With the flower garland, they prepare like a ball and then they play as if with the ball. Then Parvati Parameswara Sallapa. Then next point is Bomma Pagintalu, we say, Bomma Pagintalu, handing over the doll. Then Dampati Tambulas. Then real Appagintalu, really handing over the Vathu to Vara and their family members. Then 63rd point is Nadikattu, we say Kandapilaka Chalumidi. Then the mother keeps Chalumidi as Kadupu Chalava, we say. Then next point is Sare Pradana, Drishti Dosha Parihara Kriya, that is they remove the Drishti Dosha with red water in the Haridra. If Sunnam, we say lime, is mixed, that turns into red color. With that water, Drishti Dosha should be removed to both Vara and Vathu. Then next point is bride entering into Vara's Vididi Gruha, there in that marriage place itself. Then later Gruha Pravesha, actually she enters along with her husband, enters into the house of Vara. Then next day morning, they do Satyanarayana Vrata mostly. Then next one is Bhojanas, of course. Then there all Vathu's parents and relatives come to Vara's house and they have to give them very good food. So 3 days sleep, of course. Then for 3 nights, Vathu has to stay in Vara's house. Then on the 4th day, Vara comes along with Vathu to Vathu's house. There on the 4th day night, they can celebrate the first night, or on the 11th day, or on any auspicious muhurta, they can do. And the 3 sleeps there at that time, when Vathu stays for first time 3 days in the Vara's house, it is just to get intimacy with the family members of him and to become a little developing friendship with Vara, because till that time both are new persons only. So they behave just friendly. Then Garbhadhana Samskara should be performed on that auspicious day night. Then to give Vodibiyam. After that, mother keeps Vodibiyam and sends her to Vadhu to Vara's house again. That is called as Kaparani Pampatam, to send her to stay permanently in mother-in-law's, father-in-law's, Attagarillu, we say, house. Then 16 days festival, 16 రోజుల పండుగ, we say. Then on the 16th day of the marriage, again, they celebrate, both the parents of Vara and Vadhu, they celebrate, and on that day only, both the Mangal Sutras, which are tied separately, they would be put into one thread. So, along with, in between, a sort of gold ring should be there, so that the Mangala Sutra should not touch each. The sound should never come. Then there itself, the black beads, then Pagadalu, we say the corals, and Muchyalu, the pearls, they and black seeds would be tied there in that Mangala Sutra. And at that time, on that day only, Vara has to give Gauri mantra along with Bija Aksharas to Vadhu. So till that time, he is just her husband, friend, but now he becomes Guru to her because he gave Mantropadesha to her. Thus, along with Bija Aksharas, then onwards, she must start doing japa and worshipping Mangala Gauri Devi till her life. So that protects the longevity of her husband, and she will live with Dirtha Saumangalya. And then they start, here ends this marriage samskara, and both these Vara and Vadhu, they start to lead Grihasthasrama dharma, and Dampatya dharma starts and Grihasthasrama begins. Now, just by listening to these 74 events, I think I said all of us, we know what is to be done and what are all. Only the important significance of the certain events I explained, that is very much needed. And all these points, of course, because we are all performing marriages and we are seeing so many marriages, so we know all these. We need not have to explain them. So here we say we can complete, there is no complete, of course, but presently we can say we can start the 16th samskara. So the marriage samskara, after this marriage, they lead 100 years very happily. Then on one day or other, the person has to leave the body and go away. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. It is compulsory, so we need not have to worry. So the last rites, it is called as Antyeshti samskara. This is the duty to be done by the elder son, followed by his brothers to the departed mother or father. So the last rites and last samskara out of Shodasa samskaras. Antya means the end, last. Ishti means yaga or kratu. That is why we say Antyeshti, Antya Ishti. So this is the last rites performed by elder son along with his wife and with his younger brothers and their wives, all of them. They must do it with utmost shraddha, bhakti, and love for mother or father, whoever live. So when they leave their bodies and go away, it should be done. This is the last rites done to Jiva on this earth. Then the Jiva should travel. So depending upon this Antyeshti samskara done by the children, the Jiva gets the power, strength, and befitting body to travel, to enter into Swarga or higher divine lokas, higher spheres. So, one who is born has to die, and one who dies will take birth again till he gets liberation, till he becomes a mukta. So, moksha. So, every person or every living being has to take birth again according to one's own karma phala. As per the results of the works we did, we take birth. So for whom this Antyeshti samskara would be done according to Shastra, their dynasty grows. So the children have to do is for their own well-being, for the welfare of their children and their children. So they should never neglect it. With respect, they must perform this. So good and auspiciousness occurs to them by the blessings of Pitru Devatas. Pitru Devata means not only his mother, father, or grandfather, grandmothers, and all. They are there, three taras they do, but Pitru Devata is a sort of system, just as gods are there, Pitru Devatas are there, and all those Pitru Devatas would be pleased, and they will bless this dynasty and these people with good to them. So, according to the karma phalas only, people get, of course, their lives. Even then, depending upon the feeling that or the words a person utters just at the time of leaving the body, accordingly the jiva takes. But that is why when these children, they sense that their mother or father is about to die, about to leave the body, then they must make them utter Daivanama Japa, and they must make them donate something. They must invite the priests and make the father or mother give something, dana. Danas should be given, and the son must make the mother, father to donate, because they will not be in the condition, in the position when they are on deathbed. All the senses, one by one, first the words drop away. Words mingle into other sense organs, all other, even the sight will be lost. All five jnanendriyas, all five karmendriyas, they would be merged inside the antaratma, and even that antaratma in the sense antakarana, and even that would be slowly merging into the jiva, and the jiva merges into Paramatma. So this is all a sort of process. So when they sense the children, immediately they must make them, they must do Daivanama Smarana and make them repeat and recite. Even in their minds they can do, though not able to utter loudly. And dana should be, they must take, held the hands of mother and father and make them give, donate to Brahmins the vastras, money, gold, whatever is possible. And even dasadanas also they can make them directly give, even godana and all, so that they can go easily to Uttama Lokas. The 60,000 sons of Sagara Chakravarti could not go to Uttama Lokas, as they were burnt into ashes by the anger of Kapila Maharshi. And later, when Bhagiratha brought the Ganges, Akasha Ganga, to the earth, and when that Ganga Mata flew over the ashes, then only these people, they got the power to go into heaven. So it is the duty of the son to perform the last rites, the Aurtva Daihika karmas, we say, when they leave the body. So, and every year on the same tithi, Shraddha karma should be done. For 1 year, every month they must do Masikas, then Trimasika, Shanmasika, of course, etc. They, the priests know, they make them do. Then Shraddha karma on that tithi, and to do Pinda Pradana in Gaya, and if possible to do Pinda Pradana at Brahma Kapala near Alakananda Nadi at Badrinath. It is very essential and important duty of the son. More important than all these karmas is to listen to the words of the parents when they are alive. Whatever they say, the children must do. So this is more important. Without following the words of parents, without caring them, without listening to their words and afflicting and causing a distress to their hearts and minds, even if they do these Shraddha karmas, they will not get real blessings from that forefathers, not parents. Parents always bless the children. So this is very important. So we say Putra means Vardi. Putra becomes Vardi by name Putra because Putnama Narakat Trayata, because he is protecting the mother and father from not falling into a sort of hell by name Put. That is secondary, of course. But there are 3 duties which I already said. Jivato Vakya Karanat, Pratyabdihi Bhuri Bhojanat, Gayayam Pindadanena, Tripihi Putrasya Putrata. By following these three, the son becomes worthy to be called as a Putra, son. So the seed sprouts, becomes a plant, it grows, branches come to it, and it becomes a very big tree. For so many years, it gives fruits, flowers, and leaves, shadow to all the people, etc. Then in due course of time, the leaves become gray. Then slowly the leaves fall down, the branches, stem, etc. The whole tree also slowly, the life force would leave that and go away, and the tree dries away, and one day it falls. Similarly, this is natural to all living beings, because all living beings got Shadbhava Vikaras. Asti Jayate Varthate Viparinamate Apakshiyate Vinashyate. So it is inevitable. We should try to live full span of life as told in Vedas, 120 years life. Doing all righteous deeds, our kartavya karmas, without interest for the fruit, and offering the fruits to Paramatma. We should always be ever ready to leave the body and go away when the call comes from God. So Rabindranath Tagore said, when death comes and knocks at my door, I will set my guest with the vessel full of my life. Thus, we should always be very ready to, whenever that Pilupu comes, whenever the time comes, we must be ready to leave, so that we will be completing all our duties every moment and ready, ever ready. So having spent the whole life with Satyanishta and Dharmanishta and Dharmacharana, doing Kartavya karmas, worshipping Agnihotra, a sadhaka at the fag end of life praise sun god and Agni god, Krutam Smara, Krato Smara. It is there in Isavasya Upanishad. Oh God, you know everything. What all I did throughout my life. Now I am not in a condition to worship you, but you remember my deeds and please lead me to Uttamalokas. So the people say the greatest fear of in this world is Mrityu Bhaya, which is inevitable. Why should we be afraid of that? So for a dharmika person, there is no death. Now in this life itself, we must try to become Jivan Muktas. And when we leave the body, we must get Videha Mukti. In fact, the death is only to the Upadhi and not to the soul. Ajo Niche Shashvatoyam Purano na Hanyati Hanyamane Sharire. So Shiryata iti Shariram, Dakhyata iti Deham. Then why to worry? So it is natural occurrence. What we have to do is to lead the whole life according to Shastra, obeying, doing all the samskaras. In the olden days, of course, they used to leave the body not with any physical diseases, but with yoga. Yogenante tanu tyajam. We also must try to lead such a pious life. That would be possible only by doing our duties properly, leading dharmika life. Thus, when one leaves this body, how to purify that body and the jiva that existed in the body till that time is very well explained in all the Gruhya Sutras, and also in Garuda Mahapurana. It is given. So all these details regarding who and what sort of apara karmas have to be done, what sort of lokas are there, in which path, what sort of jivas are traveling, being carried away by them, dutas. Here on this earth, what sort of ancha karmas are to be done, in which method, how many days that Sutaka exists, all these details are given there. So the karmas were to be performed by whom and with what sort of procedures are to be done on those 10 days, first 11th day, and then on 12th day, complete purity would come, Shuddha. Then on 12th day, Vaikunta Samaratana, they say inviting all relatives, friends, they must feed as many as possible. Then on 13th day, again, Udaka Shanti they have to do. And then onwards, Nitya Pujas they can do and all works. So that is why on the 13th day, they do Paramanam and offer to God, do Naivedya. And that Prasada also they eat. So then onwards, every month they must do, because the jiva when leaves the body and is traveling to the heavenly abode, each month is one day to them. When they once reach that heavenly abode and take birth or not, then our 1 year is 1 day for them. So on every day for 1 year, if we keep Shraddhas, then they are getting food every day. So that is the meaning behind that. So they would be, so many Narkapathas are all explained there in that Garuda Mahapurana. So what sort of works we do and what sort of results are coming, how we have to suffer and endure. So when that Garuda Mahapurana is studied thoroughly, no one will do any unrighteous atharmika works on this earth. The society would be very happy and in harmony. When children are following our traditions, they would behave very, they become dharmikas. So since childhood, all these things should be should be taught to them. So when this Ashocha has gone, again they have to clean all the rooms, houses and all. Then Brahmana Ashirvachana, they must get Mahadashirvachana of Brahmanas, always bless them. So this Garuda Mahapurana and Grihya Sutras are to be studied thoroughly when they are children only, when they are in youth. So all these are the Shodasa Samskaras. Now after leaving the body, the Jiva has to take birth till gets moksha. So again, he searches for a suitable parents, mother and father, and with much difficulty, the Jiva somehow comes and becomes a raindrop. That raindrop falls on the crop grows into seeds. Then the dhanya must be eaten by a worthy person, Brahmin or any male person. That should turn into virya, that should enter into mother. Then this jiva has to take rebirth. Mata purva rupam, pita uttara rupam, preja santhihi prejananagum santhanam iti adhi prejam dese. Thus a person has to take birth again and again. All these samskaras have to be done. Swasti for today. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishah. Go brahmanebhya sukhamastu nityam. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Swasti.
ధన్యవాదములండి. So we have completed all 16 Shodasa Samskaras.
Yes.
We will go for Prarthana now.
Okay.
And Janaganamana. Ramesh garu?
చెప్తాను. యా స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్యః పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహీం మహిషాః గోబ్రాహ్మణేభ్యः శుభమస్తు నిత్యం. లోకా సమస్తా సుఖినో భవంతు. కాలే వర్షతు పర్జన్యః పృథివీ సస్యశాలినీ. దేశోऽयं క్షోభరహితో. బ్రాహ్మణా సంతు నిర్భయాః. అపుత్రా పుత్రిణः సంతు. పుత్రిణः సంతు పౌత్రిణः. అధనా సధనా సంతు. జీవంతు సరదాం శతం. సత్యం వద ధర్మం చర. స్వాధ్యాయాన్మా ప్రమదః. సర్వే భవంతు సుఖినః. సర్వే సంతు నిరామయాః. సర్వే భద్రాణి పశ్యంతు. మా కశ్చిద్ దుఃఖభాగ్ భవేత్. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతిః. ఓం పూర్ణమదః పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే. పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతిః. సర్వే జనా సుఖినో భవంతు. స్వస్తి.
ధన్యవాదములండి రమేష్ గారు. Thank you so much. Now, from tomorrow onwards, we are going to have a new topic, that is Vedic Mathematics by Mukherjee ji. We will talk about it after Janaganamana. Chala Chitbabu garu.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हे
జై హింద్. జై హింద్. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.